were attending Seattle University, then known as Seattle College. They, like those of you graduating here today, were young men and women full of hopes and dreams, and they treasured their educations as a pathway to achieving those hopes and dreams. But during the spring of 1942, they were ordered to leave their West Coast homes and this university community because the country was at war with Japan and they just looked like the enemy. Some were able to leave for the interior of the country before internment orders were issued, but most were among the 110,000 persons of Japanese ancestry sent to desolate camps surrounded by barbed wire and armed guards. 2/3 of those who were incarcerated, including those we recognize today, were second-generation Japanese Americans, American citizens by birth. We now know the removal and incarceration of Japanese Americans to be one of the worst deprivations of civil liberties in this country's history. In the words of the Congressional Commission that investigated the World War II incarceration, the wartime orders issued against Japanese Americans, quote, were not justified by military necessity. Instead, these decisions were based on race prejudice, war hysteria, and a failure of political leadership. We confer these honorary degrees on our Japanese American students who were forced to leave Seattle University. We do this to welcome them back to the university they were forced to leave, and to give them, at least in some symbolic way, the degrees they would have earned had they been able to remain and complete their educations. We confer these degrees as well to recognize their courage and perseverance in surviving the injustice of their forced removal. Many were able to leave the confines of camp to finish their degrees elsewhere. 2 went into the armed services. Many went on to accomplish careers and made enduring contributions to their communities and industry. They became treasured and beloved spouses, parents, aunts, uncles, and grandparents, and in moving forward to build rich, productive lives, they show us the strength of the human spirit to survive and thrive, even in the wake of great adversity. In awarding these honorary degrees, we also affirm Seattle University's commitment to justice. We remember the lives and experiences of these Nisei students, and in so doing, learn the dangers of prejudice and fear and the importance of moral leadership during times of national stress. They teach us in real human terms the need for the kinds of leaders we try to educate here at Seattle University, leaders for a more just and humane world. And so, to remember the great wrongs they suffered when they were taken from our campus and their educations, to welcome them back into the Seattle University community, to recognize what they teach us about courage and strength in the face of adversity, it is with deep respect and admiration that we confer upon the university's World War II Japanese American students the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Science, honoris causa nunc pro tunc, now for them. Three of our recipients are still living, but unable to be present with us today. 8 of our recipients are represented here today by family. May I now call the names of these honorees and ask their family representatives to the stage. John Edward Fujiwara. Accepting his honorary degree on his behalf, Shigeko Iseri Hirai. Accepting her honorary degree is her daughter, Shirley Stope. May Shiga Hornback. Accepting her honorary degree, Jun Koto Sakaguchi. Accepting her honorary degree is her daughter, Laura Sakaguchi Hall. Madeline Iwata Uehara. Accepting her honorary degree is her son, Thomas Uehara. Joanne Misako Oyabe Watanabe. Accepting her honorary degree is her daughter, Mary Jo Watanabe. Thomas Tamotsu Yamauchi. Accepting his honorary degree is his son, Doug Yamauchi. Lilia Uri Sato Matsuda. Accepting her honorary degree is her daughter, Terry Matsuda. Uri Matsuda was a 19-year-old nursing student at Seattle College when she was forced to abandon her studies, sent to live in a horse stall at the Puyallup Fairgrounds, and then incarcerated at Minidoka, Idaho. She went on to complete her education in Illinois, to work as a nurse there and then at Providence Hospital here in Seattle, and to marry and raise a family. Uri has inspired all of us who have come to know her with her strength, wisdom, and good humor. And for that, we will always be deeply grateful. Uri was scheduled and truly hoped to be present here today to accept these honorary degrees on behalf of all of the recipients. She was, however, unexpectedly hospitalized last week. We send our good thoughts to her for her speedy recovery. Her daughter, Terry Matsuda, has agreed to share the remarks that Uri prepared.
Good morning to everyone here today on this joyous occasion. My name is Terry Matsuda, daughter of Lilia Uri Sato Matsuda. Mom apologizes for not being here today, but unfortunately, as Lori mentioned, an unexpected illness occurred and Mom is in the hospital recovering. The good news is she's slowly getting better. Thank you to friends in the Seattle University community for your care and concern, positive thoughts and prayers. The other bit of good news is she is watching the ceremony right now as it's being streamed to the Seattle University website. Hi, Mom. Ever since Mom was first contacted by Seattle University informing her of the honorary degree, life has been full of surprises. Excitement and anticipation quickly followed as the reality of the day moved closer. Mom was really looking forward to this day. And this is an example of her anticipation. In the emergency room, even though she was very, very sick with a 104-degree temperature and was hooked up to all kinds of tubes and machines and monitors, as soon as that doctor stepped in, she became very alert and focused, almost sitting bolt upright, and told him, "Doctor, I don't care what you do, but you have to make sure I'm better by Sunday because I'm going to graduate from Seattle University." The doctor was surprised and smiled, especially when we told him it was the truth. Dad and I were surprised also that Mom agreed to give the thank you speech on behalf of the honorary degree recipients, even after she learned there would be about 10,000 people in attendance. We were also surprised she agreed to participate by speaking to the students on May 17th at Piggott Auditorium when a special program was presented on Japanese American internment and the honorary degree recipients. Mom said she truly enjoyed the day and felt honored Seattle University invited her to participate. She was surprised that the young people came up to her and introduced themselves, and it touched her that they were interested in her stories. She was impressed with how kind, polite, and well-spoken the students were. In preparation for the ceremony, our family was asked to provide photographs and a timeline of Mom's life. This has been a wonderful process for our family and friends as we've reviewed old photo albums, shared stories, and remembered the people, places, and events that make up our family history. I will close by saying my mother has always been an independent, courageous, strong-willed woman, actually pretty outspoken for a woman her age and of her generation. And yet she is also a very thoughtful, kind-hearted person with a deep faith. Mom, we miss you here today. We are so proud of you and love you. And now, here are my mother's words on behalf of all the Japanese American students receiving their honorary degrees today. Dear Father Sundborg, President of Seattle University and his entire staff, including Dr. Isaiah Crawford, Provost of Seattle University, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the class of 2011, their family and honored guests, and to all others within Seattle University involved in the effort to award these honorary degrees to us. I wish to express my deep appreciation and heartfelt thanks on behalf of all the Japanese American students receiving honorary degrees today. I'd like to give special thanks to Lori Bonnai, Associate Director of the Fred T. Korematsu Center for Law and Equality, and her co-chair, Dale Watanabe of the International Student Center. Lori and Dale spearheaded this effort, along with leadership from Mark Niles, Dean of the Law School, and support from everyone at the School of Law. To everyone here in attendance today, thank you for being witness to this most humbling honor. It has been almost 70 years since I last attended Seattle University, but the memories of that dark time remain clear to this day. For the students here, imagine, if you will, being your current age and having a curfew imposed upon you, limiting where and when you could be outdoors. Then, being ordered to pack your belongings into one suitcase and one duffel bag, all in 1 week. And finally, saying goodbye as you leave your school, your home, your friends, and life as you know it, as you board a train, not knowing where the final destination is, or what awaits you at the end of the tracks. Now imagine being asked to do all of this by your own country as an American citizen. With courage and obedience, we followed our orders to prove our loyalty as law-abiding American citizens to the United States. It wasn't until the passage of the Civil Liberties Act of 1988 that the United States of America finally issued an official apology to the internees. That apology helped to heal our hearts. And now, with Seattle University conferring honorary degrees to us today, it helps to bring our lives full circle. Back to that time so long ago when we were students just like you, looking forward to a quality education and a bright future. Congratulations to all of the graduating students here today. You are all the future of America. You've all studied many different subjects and books, listened to hours of lectures, and have taken numerous classes to achieve your degrees. But what can't be learned from books or lectures are the more important human qualities of grace, kindness, and compassion towards our fellow human beings. My hope is that you all go forth embodying these human qualities to ensure that this American story is not forgotten. Again, to all graduating students, families, and guests in attendance, thank you for bearing witness to this most humbling honor. And to everyone at Seattle University, on behalf of the Japanese American students receiving our honorary degrees today, thank you.